I'm Julie Hornock with United in Autism, and today I have Sherry Pearson, and she is an autism mom, but I think you might know somebody like Sherry. She is a person that kind of floats around in the background, and you don't ever hear her taking, I guess, the limelight. And what I can tell you about her is she works harder than anyone else to help our families with autism. She's right now working through the National Autism Association of North Texas, and she raises money and things are getting done. And it's like, she's never stepping up saying, look at me, I did this. She just does it, and she moves along her way. And so Sherry, I love you. You're so wonderful. The work you do really makes difference in the families' lives in the Dallas area. So anyway, Sherry Pearson. And your son is Tristan, and he's now, you said 20, right?
He is 20. He is 20 years old, and he turns 21 this year.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't even. I mean, we're almost about to hit 17, and that's freaking me out enough. So I can't even imagine what's going down with that. Well, we're going to play 2 autism truths and 1 lie. Our lives are so crazy as autism parents. They're just like, so many things happen. When I tell people, they just don't believe me. So we're going to say 2 truths, and you guys have to help us guess the lie. So Sherry, you're going to guess first, right?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to give you my 3 things, and you choose which one is the lie. So, our house backs up to this, it's like not a cul-de-sac, it's like a strip of grass, and it's unkept. So we have like a lot of animals. We have coyotes, we have bobcats, we have snakes, we have rats. And one day I walk out, and Lizzie was just outside. She just likes to walk around the pool. And on the deck was a snake, and she was petting it. And then it would slither a little more, and then she would follow it and pet it again. Okay, that's my first one. My second one is when she was in about 2nd grade, they had a crazy dress day, and Lizzie always dressed crazy. Like, she did not match her stuff, and I just let her be her. You know, at some point I'm like, just wear what you like, because I tried matching her clothes and it didn't work. And so I would give her, like, you know, she would put on like striped shirts and plaid shorts and like different socks and different shoes and stuff. And I was like, just go for it. So I was excited on crazy dress day because I thought that she would end up fitting in on that day and looking, you know, like, and she walked out on crazy dress day, fully aware that it was crazy dress day, with a perfectly matched outfit. That's the second one. The third one is that when we were on vacation in Destin, they had this outside like water park, and it's just a little tiny like water pad. I don't know what they call those things. And so I'm trying to watch her and Andrew, and I'm just going back and forth, watching. And then I look over and she's gone. And I'm looking everywhere for her, and it didn't take long to find her because I just basically have to look, where's the other water, you know? And she had crossed a street and jumped into a big fountain. So that's my third one.
Okay.
Which one do you think is a lie?
Well, the third one I'm going to believe, because I know our kids, and they just mainly are drawn to water because of the sensory aspect. So I'm going to say 3 is true. So I'm kind of torn between 1 and 2, but I'm going to say maybe 2 is the lie, because the thing with the snake, I mean, our kids don't have any fear. So I don't know. I'm just going to say 2 is false.
You are not correct. Is wrong. So yeah, she did that whole thing with the crazy dress day. I had just wars over her clothing because I would match it perfectly and hang it up in the morning because and it didn't matter. She would go and take what she wanted and take the other thing. And I finally was like, whatever. But I was excited about that day, and I couldn't believe it when she walked out. And I remember I was like telling a mom about this after she had left for school, and she's like, well, maybe matching is crazy to her. And I was like, mind blown, you know, like, this kid really is a different thinker. So that was true. And the fountain thing is true. I mean, I know you've known us long enough to know we have had many, many scary things with her jumping in water, and it's not like we're not watching. Literally, she is one of the sneakiest of sneakers. I mean, now she doesn't do any of that anymore, but when she was little. So that's true. And thankfully the fountain was about waist high. It was not a deep one, or we would have been in trouble. I went home from that vacation and put her in round the clock, like round the year swim lessons after that vacation. With a private person, because that's all that would work at that time. And so the snake thing is not true. We do have snakes back behind there, rat snakes, but Lizzie actually, it has like a love-hate relationship with animals, and she won't get near them, really. I mean, it took us forever to get her to ride and pet a horse. So she's not getting near.
Okay, well, I didn't know that, so I learned something new about Lizzie today. But that's good to know, because I think my son would pick a snake up.
I think most kids might, because they just don't. And, if you think about it, like, they're always bringing animals into the classrooms when they're young, and like, oh, pet this giant boa constrictor. And our kids are like, I can pet anything, anywhere, anytime, they aren't thinking like, Okay, I can't wait to hear yours. Tell me all yours.
Okay, so my first story is Tristan's always been fascinated with the mailman and checking the mail and bringing the mail in. And I think he kind of got that from Blue's Clues. So one day we're sitting, so we let that be his job to go check the mail. So one day we are sitting here at the window watching him walk out with his umbrella in the sprinkling rain to get the mail. And the mailman starts to take off, and Tristan runs and jumps in the mail truck and tries to go off with the mailman. Luckily, the mailman kind of knew our story, and because Tristan would put fake letters in there and all that. And so luckily he stopped. So we, got him back in the house safely. Okay, so my second story is one day I got out of the shower and walking through the house, and my big towel wrapped around me, and the pool guy is standing in the middle of my dining room, which scared me. And Tristan had opened the door and let the strangers in. So at that point, needless to say, we installed some deadbolts to, not let strangers in the house when mom's in the shower, and also to prevent wandering and elopement. So having said that, we ordered pizza that night. And the pizza guy came, and I could not find the key. So I opened the front window, and I'm screaming out. I'm like, hello, here's your cash. Can you put the pizza through the window? And needless to say, the pizza guy looked at me, grabbed the cash, and ran off and got in the car and took off.
Oh,
Probably
my
didn't
God.
want to come to this. Probably did not
That's
want
like
to
a
come
double bubble. That's a double story right there.
Well, I know. I was kind of thinking about that. I was like, well, this might be a two-parter. The third story is it's holiday time. It's Christmas time, and the family were all in Costco shopping. And I guess Tristan maybe had too much water or juice that morning, and he takes off in a dead run toward the restroom. And while dropping his pants down to his knees, mooning all of Costco. And of course, everyone is watching as this is going on. He's in a high sprint. My husband will take off after him, and I look at my husband. I'm like, you better run faster. Needless to say, he got to the bathroom. No one was arrested or anything. But I bet the employees got a laugh watching the film later, on camera that day. So those are my three stories.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go through this, because I feel like, you gave a whole lot more detail in both of the second and third story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's so that second story is just, I honestly think that kind of encapsulates our life, because it's some thing where we're looking really dumb, like naked out in front of, like not even on purpose, some stranger in our home. Yes. And that pizza thing, that needs to be in a movie. That's hilarious. That is the
mm-hmm. Yeah.
The funniest thing. I think that one's true. I also think the Costco thing is true, because even when I've come to your door dropping things off, you're always like, he's not appropriate. So I think naked is a big thing. And I know he does like the mail, but I think that one's made up.
Which one do you think's made up?
I think the mail one is made up.
You are correct. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. It is true, though, however, that he is very fascinated with the mail, and that is his job at the house to collect the mail, but he did not try to get in the truck with the mailman.
But he might someday, if it's like a hot mail woman,
Right. Right. Yeah, she was pretty. He probably would jump in there with her.
I mean, I think it's well within the range.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh, both those stories. And so what happened at Costco? Like everybody just like, oh, well.
And everybody's head turned, and, you know, we're running as fast as we can. And this was not too long after I had hurt my ankle. So I'm like not able to run as fast. And that's why I was telling my husband, I was like, you're going to have to run faster. So
whatever exercises, we need to double them for our family so we can keep up with him.
Yes. He's running with his shorts down and just mooning everyone. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Because, you know, when our kids are smaller, people don't really kind of question that. They're like, oh, they're small. But once they get, you know, teenager and something like that happens, it is very, you know, people take notice, and then you have to be a little bit more active.
You're lucky not to get like arrested, because that is like total indecent exposure, you know, like, yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm glad it turned out okay for you. I'm glad they were nice about it. Thank you for sharing your stories. They're so funny. I know you have a million more where those came from.
I did. It was hard to pick out the story, and I thought, well, hopefully those would be the most entertaining.
They're good. They're really, really good. I love them. And thank you for all you're doing in the community. I mean, really, you're making a difference in so many people's lives. And
Thank you, Julie. It's always a pleasure to work with you.
Well, I want to give you the credit today because you don't take it. So you are awesome.
Oh.
We're thankful for you.
I'm always thankful for you too, and all that you do for the community. And your show is wonderful. It's always very inspiring and fun too.
Thank you. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, lady. Bye.